Many people love the idea of delegation, but it's a lot harder to put into practice. I know for me as a business owner, letting go of control at times can be really difficult. And I think that's what really holds us back from delegating certain tasks that we want to. If we want to ensure that something is done exactly like we want it done, the only surefire way to do that is to do it ourselves. But I don't think that's always the right move. And so I want to talk today about delegation, but first I want to read a definition of delegation before we dive in. So delegation is entrusting a task or responsibility to another person, typically one who is less senior than oneself. As a business owner, we've created something, a business that is around a passion that we have. Most likely we have something that we really enjoy doing, we love doing. We found that other people will actually buy that product or service, and it's something we're passionate about, and we've created a business around that. Now, when we create a business, there's a lot of tasks that need to be done on a daily basis, a weekly basis, a monthly basis. There's bookkeeping work, accounting, IT, marketing, HR stuff, hiring. There's so many things that need to be done all the time, and we need to determine which pieces we should be doing. For example, does it make sense for us to spend time writing up an employment agreement when we could be out going and getting new clients? And so that's kind of where I want to spend most of the time talking about today is what is the best use of our time? And as business owners, it's really important that we have some self-awareness and determine these things so that we can maximize the growth and the profit of our business. I think most of us would agree that proper delegation and having the right fit is a really good thing. So why don't we do it enough? And to me, the answer is control. Like I said in the beginning, we want things done a certain way, and the only way to ensure that is doing it ourselves. So we just hold so much control of things, and we don't want to let them go. But I want to pose two questions to you. First, is the way that we're doing certain things absolutely the best way, the most efficient way? And I don't know if we can answer that question all the time. So I think there's a chance that if we delegate something, that person that we delegated to might actually have a better way to do it, a more efficient way to do it. They might just flat out be better at it than us. But we have this idea that we need to keep control and we need to keep it to ourselves. And I think that holds us back from also missing out on other opportunities of doing things potentially more efficiently. And the second piece is there a more productive activity that you could be doing and using your time with than the activity or the task that you've chosen to do? Let me give you an example. Is it worth you spending 10 hours a week doing the accounting for your business when you could be taking that 10 hours and going out and selling? Let me put some numbers on the example. So let's say to get your accounting done for a week, it costs $500. So you could either do that yourself and not pay that $500, or you could pay that $500. You could get your time back. And let's say that 10 hours that you got back, you could go out and get a new client for $1,000 a week. I think most people would agree that if we could spend $500 to make $1,000, we would just do that over and over again and have a ton of success. But it's this idea of control, I think, that constantly holds us back. We need to evaluate the facts of the situation and make decisions based on those and what the numbers are telling us if we want to make good decisions. I'm a believer that time is our most valuable asset, and anything that we can do to get more of our time back and spend it on things that are more beneficial, will make us be more productive, and help us grow our business more is what we should be doing. And so I just want to wrap really quickly with two things. One, delegation can come in all sorts of shapes and sizes. It could just be taking a task and giving it to someone that's already in your organization. It could be hiring somebody new. It could be outsourcing a piece of it to another company. There's a lot of ways that it can actually end up looking. It's just important that we are looking for things that we can delegate so that we can use our time more wisely. So I want to leave you with 4 questions that if we all take the time, and I'm including myself, to answer these questions, that it'll help us delegate more, it'll help us be more productive and use our time more wisely. So here are the 4 questions. 1, what are the tasks that we can delegate? There's certainly ones that we're not going to be able to. So let's just make a list of all the ones that we potentially could delegate. What are the costs to delegating those tasks? Do we need to pay somebody to do that? And what is the cost associated with that? With each task, how much time are we saving? So if I delegate this task, how many hours a day, a week, a month am I saving? And then what is the value of that time that I'm saving by delegating that task? And then that's a very easy way to look at it. Now we can look at the dollar value of the time that we're saving. In my example, it was $1,000. The cost of that task was $500. Now I can see very clearly that this is an investment that I should make. And so I think this is something that we all need to be doing a better job of, like I said, myself included. But if we go through this exercise, I think it can really help people be more productive and just spend their time on things that are adding the maximum amount of value to their business as they're continuing to look to grow. So my question to you is, what tasks are you planning on delegating today? Let me know. I'd love to hear from you because I think we can all learn from each other on this. Thank you for watching. I'll talk to you in the next one.